mature, but you don't want everything being black because it will be too mature, probably.
Just thinking about being able to recognize signs of the biomass above ground to figure out what's going on with the tubers below ground. For example, potatoes, biomass above ground dies off, and then you know, okay, it's time to pull up all the potatoes. What we find at our solar array is outside the solar array, the potato biomass above ground dies off a lot faster than it does underneath the solar panels, because the biomass above ground is it's in the middle of summer, it's getting really hot, so that biomass dies off, and then you pull up all the tubers. If you look at the same potato plant underneath and around the solar panels, the biomass is going to be thriving, it's still going to be growing and flowering and expanding. If you pull out the potatoes outside the solar array and underneath the solar panels at the same time, so you planted them out at the same time and you harvest them at the same time, you're going to find fewer potatoes within the solar array versus outside. But the reason for that is the plants within the solar array are still photosynthesizing, they're still producing. They could continue putting sugars down into their potatoes, expanding the sizes of those potatoes for a month or 2 months longer. And so if you are patient and you wait for it, then you can have potentially more potatoes depending on the variety that's within the solar.
You guys don't have problems with them getting frozen?
With what?
With them getting freeze and dying?
No, it's more like the heat that knocks them off. So you typically still have a little waste. Plus the solar panels are helping to protect it in the at night in the fall when we start having those frosts that come through.
Because I mean, all of the crops usually, not all, but so crops that don't start maturating with changes of light, that it will be, for example, soybean, that when the light gets shortened, the light of the days get shortened or start to get shortened, they start flowering. I don't think that there will be a problem with the solar panels, because the duration of the day is still the same and they only need a little bit of light to notice that there is days. But crops that don't follow duration of the day length to mature or to flower, like for example corn, what they follow to mature is accumulation of the grid days. So when different varieties, when they get to a number of accumulated grid days, they start flowering or they start getting mature or something. So what you are going to get in the solar panel is everything delayed a little
Exactly. It goes towards, you think of what your warm and cool seasons are. In Colorado, our cool season traditionally, in decades past, has been essentially from April or May until mid-June is your cool season, and then mid-June through end of August into early September is your warm season, and then you have another really short cool season from early September through end of October. With warming temperatures, our cool seasons are getting shorter and our warm seasons are expanding. What the solar panels do is it elongates our cool seasons and it shortens our warm seasons. So it's basically an anti-global warming aspect, because global warming is expanding the warm season, the agrivoltaics is shortening it down. Yeah, so you think about your cool season crops, a lot of your lettuces, your leafy greens, those types of things, some of your radishes, they're all going to do much better for a longer period of time within the solar array.